What is happening, boys? If you've been on my Facebook, you know what I'm doing today. It's Diff Lock Day. It shouldn't be horrible. It's gonna be dirty. You can't get around it. It's gonna be dirty. I gotta pull the diff out, get these tires off, weld the diff, re-grease it, get it back in, and when these tires go on, the Swamp Foxes go back on. That might be a separate short little video, I don't know. I did get the fronts on, so that's looking sexy. I'm gonna go bigger when I redesign this axle, like I said on my Facebook post. But yeah, it's time for Boneyard to quit messing around on the lawns and get a locked diff so we can go play in the rocks. Okay, here's the deal, guys. I got the rear diff out. The motor's sitting up on the jack. Diff's out. And I got good news and I got bad news. Good news is this is a Peerless 820. And that's about as good as it gets for transmissions for these things. Hopefully you can read that. Top number says 820 016A Peerless. So, Peerless 820. Pretty much cream of the crop transaxle. Problem is, I can't get this tire off no matter what, or rim, sorry. I can't get this rim off no matter what I do. I've heated it. I've beat on it with a 2x4 and a hammer. Pry bars, it's not coming off. Now keep in mind, this thing sat for years and years and years, so that's probably rusted on there pretty good. So we're going to adapt. Is what we're going to do here. I'm going to pull this. It's sitting pretty nice right now. I'm going to clean all this up really pretty. Then I'm going to pop that top off. We don't need to take that tire off. It's just convenient to weld the diff. So we're going to do things the hard way, but we're going to get it done. Alright, so I got my air hose here. I'm going to hose this down with soapy water, brush it off, blow it off, get everything all clean as possible, and then we're going to pop this top off. And we'll get at it no matter if there's rims coming off or not. Alright, here's the deal, guys. And sorry about that heater. That's just unfortunate, but it's keeping me warm. So we're gonna go above the heater here. I'm not gonna use an impact to break them loose. I'm gonna break them loose by hand because this is aluminum, and metal loves to weld to aluminum for some odd reason. So what I'm gonna do, get on here and feel how tight they are. That one's actually not bad. So I'm gonna just break them loose and get the whole damn thing loose. Then I'm gonna come in with my impact and zip, 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 and get rid of them all. Then we're gonna crack this cover off and see what we're dealing with in here. So let's get all these broke loose. Okay, now we're going to remove the rest of them. And just a side note, I'm making sure these are all the same size as they come out. And if I find a longer one, I'm going to mark it with a paint marker, just so I'm not messing around with threads. Alright. And just a side note, I'm making sure these are all the same size as they come out. And if I find a longer one, I'm gonna mark it with a paint marker, just so I'm not messing around and screwing up threads. All right. Okay, so that is awesome. They're all the same size. Nothing to worry about putting them back in. No special order. Wherever is good. All right, here's the deal, guys. I got all the bolts out. Got a little pry bar here, nothing massive because it's aluminum. Don't beat the hell out of it. Now, I've never had this particular transmission open. I did a few back in the day, the cheap ass, just teeny little lawnmower transmissions, to see what made it tick. So I know there's a fair bit going on in here, and things can stick to this cap that you don't want to stick to this cap. So what I'm gonna do is pry it up very, very slowly from different points, get it up a little bit and see if anything's sticking that shouldn't be. And then hopefully the pinion and the shift mechanism come with it, all the gears stay. So let's see if we can very, very gently pry this stuff up. Let's do it. Let's do it. Oh, easy. Real easy. And I don't know if this is ever going to the factory. So it'll be interesting to see what's inside all that gooey goodness. I've got something catching there. Let me take a look. My guess is it's the shift mechanism. Grab onto the shift pins with the hole. I'll show you in there. But I'm going to resituate so I can be here and actually see what's going on. And we'll work it out. Okay, to make things easier, it was a spectacular feat, but I moved everything up on the bench so I can see what the hell's going on in here. Well, boys, I didn't even catch that on film, but I was having a hard time getting the cap off. I pushed it into 6th gear, and that released the shift fork. So, let's see. That's this guy. Fairly clean. Nothing broken on the pinion. And looks pretty good. So we're going to set this guy aside for now. Somewhere. Running out of space in here. All right, so this is what we're after. Diff right here. So I'm gonna have to I'm gonna wipe this down quite a bit so I can see what I'm dealing with here. And then I know this should just come out like so. I gotta find a spot for you guys. I absolutely can't do this with one hand. So, yeah, let's get situated. Well, let's see if this plan's gonna work. I'll tell you, this tire being on here is a giant pain in the ass, but there's not much we can do about it. Oh, look at that. There it goes. Okay, we're gonna put this on the floor. Whew! That went a lot better than I thought it was gonna. That's awesome. No wear, no real damage. Okay, so now we got this diff sitting here. I'm gonna clean this all up. Then we pop these bolts out, take this cap off, and there'll be spider gears in there. So yeah, I'm gonna get this cleaned up. Okay guys, I got most of this cleaned up to the point where, you know, I can find the bolt heads. So I'm gonna get all these cracked off, This cap should come off, and right inside there should be our spiders that we're after. Go through these. Spiders, exactly what we're after. So let's set this guy here. These guys here. So there's a lot of cleaning to do here. You cannot weld to that or that or that. So this all has to be spotless. The other side of the axle, everything's got to be super duper clean. So I'm going to go through a lot of brake clean here. This guy, I can put that in my parts cleaner, and this and the axle, but I'm going to have to clean this by hand, which is okay. We can do that. All right, so I'm going to do a lot of cleaning and get ready to weld these bad boys up. Well, everything's dried off as much as it can be. I got the fantastic little $100 welder that you can see I got a few videos ago. This thing's actually working really good. And I'm gonna throw a nice little tack on there and one on here. Then I'm gonna pull it out and weld right around both ends. And ain't no way that's gonna break. So let's get her tacked up. Alright, let's weld this sumbitch up. There she is, boys. She's in there. Get her back where she belongs. This guy on top. Bolt her down. Diff is locked. All right, there we have one solid diff, boys. Bolted up, torqued up, ready to go. Now, contend with this mess. And that's a lot of wholesome goodness right there. So I'm gonna scrape as much out as I can. I'm gonna pull both these gear sets out, take everything over to the parts washer and clean everything. So that's I think I'm gonna leave it here for the night. I'm gonna let that stuff dry out for the night. And tomorrow I gotta mix up some custom grease, check everything out, the shift ball. We'll go through all that stuff. Yeah, this is gonna take too long for one video. So things are looking good. It's locked up, it's clean, there's nothing broken. And that's most of the battle right there. Now it's basically lube and reassembly. So we're getting there quick, boys. That's awesome. So hang out for the next one. See you soon, boys.